All right, you guys, in this video, we're going to talk about when should you pause a Google Ads keyword? When is it time to turn it off, stop the bleeding for a keyword? So we have this flowchart that we're going to go through in this video. There's two of them. You can download the flowchart for free. So let's just go ahead and get started. So the first question we ask ourselves is, hey, does this keyword have at least 8 to 15 clicks without any conversions? Now, what do we mean by conversions? Well, at our agency, a conversion means a phone call or a form submission. So we're trying to get our clients leads, right? So if a keyword has 8 to 15 clicks and no conversions, right? If that's a yes, then we want to ask ourselves, okay, is the cost 2 to 3 times the hypothetical target CPA? So what does that mean? Let's say the target cost per lead or cost per acquisition, CPA, CPL, whatever you want to call it, if that is 2 to 3 times what you're trying to get. So for example, if our cost per lead or cost per acquisition is $100, like that's our target, that's our goal. If it is $200 or $300, if this keyword has spent $200 or $300 and it has 0 conversions and it has 8 to 15 clicks, okay, well, then you want to pause the keyword, probably, right? There's different scenarios where this may not be the case, depends on the client's budget, but most of the time, if the keyword has 8 to 15 clicks, no conversions, and the cost is 2 to 3 times the hypothetical target cost per lead or target cost per acquisition, then yeah, you want to pause the keyword. However, if it is not, if it is no, then keep the keyword enabled until you get to that point. Okay. All right, editor Christian here stepping in because I make a mistake in the next couple seconds of my recording, so I'm re-recording it. So just a second ago, you saw me explain, does the keyword have at least 8 to 15 clicks and 0 conversions? If that's the case, then you're going to follow the flowchart as usual. However, if the answer is no, because sometimes keywords have less than 8 clicks, for example, and they have a conversion, well, that's going to be in the next flowchart. So keep watching the video to see that. But if that answer is no, you're just going to move on to the next flowchart. Sorry. Okay, let's go back to past Christian. Hi, Christian. So that's the first flowchart. Let's go ahead and talk about the second flowchart, the second set of questions we ask ourselves for pausing a keyword. All right, so the second set of questions is the following. So for this second flowchart, the first question is, does the keyword have 1 or more conversions? So if a keyword has led to a conversion, well, is the CPA 2 to 3 times the target CPA, right? If that's the case, then we'll ask ourselves, has the CPA been good in the past? So has it been good in the past 90 days? For example, if it's October, right, it's performing poorly, but back in July, it was performing really, really well, then we have to ask ourselves that question as well. But let's go ahead and look at these two. So if the target CPA is not 2 to 3 times greater, then keep it enabled. Okay, if it's not that, keep it enabled. Well, has the CPA been good in the past 90 days, past 120 days, whatever it is? If it wasn't good, if it did not perform well ever, then yeah, probably pause the keyword. It hasn't shown to do anything in the past, pause it, okay? But let's say it has been good in the past. We'll go to the next step. Okay, yes. Did you filter out negative keywords found in this search terms report for this keyword? This is kind of a given. You should be doing this if you are a PPC specialist. If you don't know how to do this, check out our videos on our channel or just look on YouTube on how to use the search terms report. It's very, very helpful. You have to do that as a PPC specialist. So if you have done that and it's still not performing, then yeah, probably time to pause the keyword. However, let's say you did filter it out. It was good in the past, but not anymore. Okay, we have more questions to ask ourselves. And guys, this is very complex. It's a client by client basis. So make sure you are going through these, you're discussing with your team. All right. So did the offer or landing page change a lot since then? So back over here, we had a question that said, was it good in the past, right? Did the offer change from July, right, for example, and then we changed it in October or the month before? Did something change? Did the offer change? Some verbiage on the landing page, does it look different? Something obviously changed, right? If that happened, make sure to go check that out. Is your client service seasonal? Let's say in July they're super busy, in the summer, October starts dying down. That's something you need to know. If that's the case, maybe you should pause the keyword or lower the budget of the campaign. There's a bunch of different things you could do. Did the targeted locations change? right? So if over time your client has removed locations or added locations, that could change the keyword's conversion rate or the overall conversion rate of the campaign. So that could be something as well. Did any other variables change from when this keyword was performing well? Okay. So if the answer is no, you guys, it may be worth pausing this keyword. It depends on the profitability of the client or the keyword, and if the client is willing to spend. He doesn't care about it. He just wants to get leads no matter the cost. If that's the case, then you may want to keep it enabled. You may want to pause it. It all depends. Again, this is complex. Depends on the client. But let's say if the offer did change. So option one is change the offer landing page back to what was working if it makes sense. If the offer changed for, business reasons, or your client can't just offer that anymore, doesn't make sense, then obviously you can't do that. So that's option one. Option two, if seasonality is what's causing everything, then pause it until the busy season starts again. Option three is could be time to switch keyword to exact match only if the keyword was phrase match. So for example, if you are doing roof repair, for example, and the keyword that was bringing in conversions was roof repair phrase match, and that was doing really well, but now all of a sudden it's just not doing well at all, just switch it to exact match, test that out, see if that works. And then option four, as always, discuss with your PPC manager or look to Facebook groups, look to other areas where you can discuss with somebody who has been through the situation. So again, you guys, if you guys want access to this flowchart, just click the link in the description. You can get a free PDF for this flowchart from this specific video. If you guys have any additional comments or you want to add to this flowchart, leave it in the comments. We can, edit this. If you have better suggestions that you have at your agency, or as you are a Google Ads specialist and you want to add to this, feel free to leave it in the comments below. We can definitely talk about that. But this is kind of the questions we always ask ourselves when we pause certain keywords, or when to pause certain keywords in Google Ads. So if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments. If you like this video, leave a like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. All right, editor Christian here, stepping in because I make a mistake in the next couple seconds of my recording, so I'm re-recording it. So just a second ago, you saw me explain, does the keyword have at least 8 to 15 clicks and 0 conversions? If that's the case, then you're going to follow the flowchart as usual. However, if the answer is no, because sometimes keywords have less than 8 clicks, for example, and they have a conversion, well, that's going to be in the next flowchart. So keep watching the video to see that. But if that answer is no, you're just going to move on to the next flowchart. Sorry. Okay, let's go back to past Christian. Hi, Christian.